AI automation is showing up everywhere right now. And for a lot of small and mid-sized businesses, it feels like one of those things you know you're supposed to be excited about, even if you're not totally sure where it's all heading. On the surface, AI looks like a huge win. It can save time, take repetitive work off your team's plate, and help people focus on higher value tasks. But at the same time, many leaders are quietly asking a different question. What happens when we move too fast and things start getting messy? That hesitation makes sense. Research shows that most organizations are already using AI in some way, but far fewer feel confident about how it's being managed or scaled. And trust research tells us something important too. People are much more comfortable with AI when they understand how it's being used and why. When AI feels confusing or unpredictable, trust drops quickly. For SMBs, that drop in trust can turn into chaos fast. Not because AI is bad, but because no one stopped to put guardrails in place first. AI without guardrails doesn't actually make things simpler. It creates tool overload, unclear data use, and moments where leaders suddenly realize they don't really know what's happening behind the scenes. So, the goal isn't to avoid AI automation. The goal is to use it in a way that feels intentional instead of stressful. When we talk about guardrails, we're not talking about long policies or red tape. Guardrails are just clear decisions made early. They keep experimentation useful instead of random. The first guardrail is starting with the problem, not the tool. Instead of asking, which AI platform should we use, it's better to ask, what are we actually trying to improve? Maybe it's slow response times. Maybe it's too much manual reporting. Maybe it's inconsistent processes. When AI is tied directly to a real business problem, everything else gets easier. The next guardrail is ownership. AI starts to feel chaotic when everyone can use it, but no one really owns it. Every AI automation should have a clear owner. Someone who understands what it's for, keeps an eye on how it's performing, and knows when something needs to change. This doesn't have to be formal, it just has to be clear. Third is simple data rules. Data is where a lot of AI anxiety comes from. Your team should know exactly what data is okay to use with AI tools and what data is off limits, full stop. If your data guidelines are too complicated to explain plainly, they're too complicated to follow. Simple rules build confidence. Fourth guardrail is keeping humans involved, especially at the beginning. AI works best when it supports people before it replaces decisions. Early on, that means using AI to draft, summarize, or suggest, while humans still review and decide. As trust grows, automation can go further. Skipping this step is where many teams get uncomfortable fast. And finally, the fifth guardrail is readiness. Before scaling AI automation, it's worth pausing and asking a few honest questions. Are your processes clear? Is your data in decent shape? Do people actually know how AI is being used today? Taking a moment to check readiness doesn't slow you down. It helps you avoid cleanup work later. If you're already experimenting with AI and wondering whether your organization is really ready to scale it safely, a quick AI automation readiness self-assessment can be a helpful way to see where you're solid and where guardrails might still be missing. Check out Airiam's AI automation readiness self-assessment in the description below. For many leaders, that clarity is what turns AI from something stressful into something genuinely useful. Thanks for listening. If you're ready to modernize your SOC without losing your sanity, hit follow and check out the resources linked below. We'll see you next time.